why you have to weigh the things properly, because otherwise the cake oh, hi, sorry. Yes, welcome to the JIB. You will notice that this is a special episode. Finger guns. Boo-boo. This is a special episode because I did not finish the script on time that I was supposed to show Seamus, which is embarrassing for me. And this is what we're going to do now instead. We're going to watch something. I'm not sure what it is. Seamus will now tell you what's going to happen.
Okay, so it's been, I don't know, a couple months ago. We did one of these before. So I stumbled across the DVD collection of some old films, right, used for training for the CIA, FBI, and so forth. Little mystery science theater, have fun.
The same collection of the one where like they went into the like Honduras place to support.
Right. It was actually West Virginia, but it was
Virginia.
Yeah,
no, it was, they gave it some weird name, didn't they? Like Westistan or Eastistan or something.
Yeah, Westistan or something. Yeah. So yeah. So this is another film. It's not made by the same company, but it is part of the same collection. I have not seen this, like I explained to you, briefly in the green room, right? I just enough to put it together. So
you told me watch the minimum necessary to edit it properly.
Yeah, okay. So I can put it on the drive for us to watch it.
Cool.
But it's called Espionage Target You.
Okay.
Yeah.
Always look over your shoulder, is it?
Oh, you know it. They're coming for you, Barry. They're coming.
They're coming for me, are they?
Yeah.
Man, I'm so open and public about everything in my life, and my home address is all over my social media and my phone number and so on. Kind of disappointed that no one's stalking me.
Well, they probably are after, at least, FBI, CIA.
No. Oh, the AI will pick up the text.
Yeah. So, all right. So, we're ready to jump into this?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Oh, Jesus. Here we go.
This man's name is Nick McCrados. Destination.
Already it's an episode of The Twilight Zone.
Freelance journalist,
right?
door-to-door
Exactly
salesman, jack of all trades, with no particular skill in any.
Yeah, all right.
But in Vienna, his last stop in a search of fortune, McCrados made a contact that promises to open for him a whole new career.
Is that German paper?
It's German, right?
Yeah.
Good and Max.
I think so. Inside. Mitsubishi.
Okay.
Maybe.
This girl's name is Tomoko Kimura. Occupation, taxi dancer in Tokyo's music hall, a favorite night spot of American servicemen.
Konnichiwa.
What the hell's it? What happened?
You went into a roundy circle. That's
Bro.
okay. Just loading up. She's a
Bro.
taxi dancer.
Supposed to do that?
I find that's
a taxi dancer.
Taxi dancing.
What the hell's a taxi dancer? I don't
know,
that.
but like I know there's a bunch of different terms in Japan for various different levels of prostitution, and maybe she's on one of those levels.
We're clear that she's a prostitute?
I wouldn't say clear exactly. Well, sometimes I'm also not clear about the actual prostitutes. So it's historically an issue. Okay, will we start again?
Technical issues. Okay, so I'm getting queued up to where
While we're waiting for the technical issues to resolve, I will sing you the song of my people. By a lonely prison wall, I heard a young girl calling. Michael, they have taken you away. Oh, we're back on. Nope.
You're welcome, everybody.
Taxi dancer in Tokyo's music hall, favorite out of American servicemen. Lately, having struck up an acquaintance with a U.S. Marine, Tomoko has made his service club her afternoon hangout.
That's is that a Muslim? Do the adhan? It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is Janos, a national of a European country.
Yeah.
His destination, an American air base overseas.
National
His
or
jade
European
cufflinks
country.
aren't just accidental attire.
In the German newspaper as well. This man is Adolf Hitler. He is
Yeah,
the
that's
Chancellor of
exactly what I
Germany.
was thinking.
Look out for this man if he is looking at you. He is a fascist dictator and he will kill you.
Sorry.
Different people in different parts of the world, but all with a common mission. For each is a hostile agent of the worldwide Sino-Soviet intelligence network.
What?
Sino.
Chinese, right?
Dude's just showing off his bling. What are you giving him shit for?
Pardon, sir. Could I trouble you for a match?
Their job?
Parliament.
To exploit, if and when the opportunity arises, you, the serviceman and woman, in order to
Australian
gain
Army.
access to information that can be of value to an enemy.
Is that Klingon?
Oh, here we go. I love it already. Daffy Dog presents. Will you do a dance for me? No, you're not in Japan now. Target you.
Heavy on the U there, Barry.
Fair enough. Mall entrance. You just have a little mall there. That's nice, isn't it?
Oh, that's the Pentagon's main entrance. Something would happen at the other entrance someday. We're all talking about
Like an episode of the X-Files.
that.
It's gone from Twilight Zone to the X-Files.
These cases.
He's looking at me.
The files of the Army
He's
Intelligence
talking to me.
Corps, the Office
He
of
said
Special
you at the
Investigation,
beginning.
U.S. Air Force, and the Office of Naval Intelligence. Today, we're going to show you 3 cases of attempted espionage by agents of the Sino-Soviet intelligence system.
Okay.
For security reasons, certain names and locations have been altered. But essentially,
Certain
these
events have
things
been made up.
They're
Thank goodness
typical
for that.
case histories. As these cases unfold, you'll recognize the way a Sino or Soviet agent operates, both in finding someone vulnerable to subversion, as well as in their technique of ensnaring him, then applying pressure to get him to play ball.
I'm vulnerable.
We
to
show you
subversion.
these cases so you'll be on your guard.
Please hold me.
Today, all over the world, there are thousands of Sino-Soviet intelligence agents with money to burn, looking for unsuspecting targets for exploitation among members of our forces. There may be someone right now taking your
Yeah,
measure,
that's the thing about China in the
probing for a
1950s. Money to
vulnerable
burn.
area, whether it be loneliness, indebtedness, desire for sex, easy money,
Hey,
or the
hey.
sporting life.
Hey, whoa,
As
whoa,
good
what?
person.
In fact, everyone in uniform could be a target of opportunity for exploitation if he is vulnerable. Profit from these cases. Learn how to recognize the approach of an enemy agent, and if ever approached,
And do
what
not
to
have
do.
sex with them.
Remember, these things happened. They may never happen to you. Then again, they may.
Hey,
First, the case of Nick Macrados.
what's up, Nick?
Nicholas Macraticus.
Arriving in Munich, Macrados, recruited in Vienna by a TASS representative, joined the ranks of the 16,000 communist agents operating in the Republic of West Germany. Weekends, American servicemen from Augsburg, where a contingent of the 7th Army was stationed, crowded the Schwabing district of Munich, looking for a good time.
Oh, yeah.
This became Macrado's stamping ground as he waited for his pigeons to show up. He had already made
Joe
contact
Friday
with
over
PFC
here.
Templeton and
Pigeons.
Private Karras sometime
The facts,
before.
ma'am.
May I take care of that, fellows?
Fellows!
Macrados had bided his time while Pete Karras found his new bar acquaintance a highly likable and sociable chap, quick to pick up the tab, promising to introduce him to girls, also coming from the same ethnical background as Pete's own family.
What?
Finally, at this meeting, Macrados sprang the trap.
I want you to do me a little favor. Really, there is nothing to it.
I want to write an article about the 7th Army for my newspaper back home. My country, you know, is very friendly to the United States. It's just routine stuff. I could get it by reading the Stars and Stripes from your own information officer, but it is too much trouble. So I am willing to pay you to save me from going all the way to Augsburg.
PFC Templeton wasn't one to turn down a fast buck. A loan shark in his barracks, because his partner had suddenly pulled out, he was head over heels in debt.
Oh, okay.
How much? Well, how much would you say?
200 marks.
Okay, it is agreed. Hey, Pete. Now let's have
I
another
like, I
round.
like that his version of a foreign
All
accent
right.
is just not doing any contractions.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It is agreed. Now I am foreign.
Yeah.
Okay.
And why is it bad that his partner pulled out? I mean, why are you shaming his method?
Maybe something to do with the respect, you
Fine, Pete.
Maybe a guy likes to finish on the outside. Some guys do.
A small
Owner's
formality,
a-
Pete, if you'll just sign this receipt.
Why would you sign a treason
But it
receipt?
says for services rendered.
We know what it is for.
Brian?
Come, Pete. The girls are waiting.
Girls, you say? Yes, I'll sign. As long as she's ethnically
Pete
the same
Karras
as
was
me.
hooked, though as yet he didn't know it. In the next few weeks, for
Flesh
payment
wound.
Flesh
received,
and worst?
the two
Is that what that's
servicemen
like?
delivered to
Meat
their
sausage, that's what that
benefactor
means.
several other apparently harmless
Delicious
items of
meat.
information, including a classified training manual. But McCrados had bigger
That
fish to fry.
escalated quickly.
Yeah, I know, right? He's giving him fucking manuals.
Hold
now.
on.
It's just for an article I'm writing. I could get this
Drinks
just
for my two
publicly
friends,
information.
please. Here. There.
Look, it's a female.
Where is Pete?
Bedroom.
Wait, I need the secret documents.
I look like I just walked in, too. Like,
Why don't you leave us alone?
Please.
Pete, their house.
looks
Why is
old.
that guy sitting outside?
You must get me an M14 rifle.
Oh, Jesus.
You must be off your rocker. I have just come from a friend. He has a great admiration for this gun. He is willing to pay high.
You must be putting me on.
Kratos. How high? 2,000 marks. Can you arrange?
Why would McCrados pay $500 for a rifle he could buy for 1/5 of that amount? But if Templeton had one principle, it was never look a gift horse in the mouth.
We'll arrange. Camp! Good. I'll tell my friend. Let me know when you can deliver, Private. You know where to find me.
By the way, my friend is Joseph Stalin.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. We're both in too deep to renege now.
I'm pretty sure
In a
Stalin
way,
has
the
an
private was right.
M14 rifle.
But
Like,
McCrados had been careful to get his signature to the last receipt.
I don't understand it. In too deep now. Why couldn't you just say no?
what? Yeah, what would happen if he said no? I don't know. Oh, because he had his name on the receipt, is it? Is he going to use that against him?
Yes. But, like, if he is what they think he is, he's not going to do that to out himself.
I don't
You know
know.
what I
This
mean?
whole thing is very weird.
Yeah, it just.
And what does the guy need an M14 rifle for?
Right?
Like, what's happening here?
I mean, he even said that he can get it cheaper himself. Then
Yes.
why is he
Well,
getting
maybe
it
they'll explain.
from,
Maybe they'll explain it.
it sounds like it's clearly just. I mean, is this like undercover boss? You can go in and see. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck with my guys and see who's the rat.
And then ended up putting one of them through college.
Yeah, that's it.
Kratos is a good egg. He won't get us into trouble.
Ah, it's a good egg. Hey.
As long as he keeps shelling out the dough, I say here's to McCrados.
Hamilton's in on it.
To pull the job,
You know.
Templeton had recruited another member to the ring, a serviceman deep in hock to him.
Why didn't talk to him? There's like a network of debt.
Yeah. Are they trying to convince us the cap load is bad? I mean, could the music be any more intense?
I wonder what's in there. this secret agent stuff is really complicated, isn't it? Don't let them know where the keys are. Whoa, okay. Yeah. And there's a picture of an M14 in their calendar behind them.
Yeah.
Nice, smooth. Dun, 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 dun.
Arms room.
Yes, do not let them know which room the arms. Oh, did you do it again? Yes. Dun, 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 dun. Mission very possible. Dun, 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 dun. They're severely overestimating the amount of security these things have in real life.
Yeah.
The guy could just wander into a clipboard and ask someone to get it for him. It would be less complicated to just undo the hinges than to undo the padlock there, wouldn't it?
What the?
Oh, there's an M16 rifle.
Yep, he's gonna go to the first rack now in the back, so they won't notice right.
They'll see it immediately.
Yeah.
Good thinking, idiot. Yeah.
Here's that curtain rod I promised you.
Curtain rod. That's what it looks like, isn't it?
In the next few months, there were other mysterious losses from an arms room of Company B.
A grenade launcher. Oh, fuck me. Well, that's a... What is that? That's an elephant gun, isn't it? What do you call that thing?
All this by way
finally.
of laying
Yeah,
the
it's a bazooka.
groundwork for what the Soviet intelligence agent pulling the strings, the man behind Kratos, really wanted.
Eventually, he managed to smuggle the entire airbase into the back of the car.
Herr Kratos, the gates. How is everything?
Everything is fine. Won't you sit down?
Herr Golos was one of a great number of Soviet intelligence agents who operate today under a legal cover. In his case, as a representative of the TASS International Newspaper Services.
You are waiting for someone?
Yes, I have two friends I must meet for lunch.
Then I wouldn't keep you. In fact, I have a luncheon appointment myself.
At least this guy's trying a foreign accent.
Right?
Yeah. Well, it's not good, but he's trying. I have a meeting with two friends myself. Look at this picture of a gun. You like that picture?
Holy
You can have it.
mackerel.
My friend is willing to pay high. Very, very high.
It's impossible. There's sentries, fences. Be like trying to break into Fort Knox.
How high, Kratos? $8,000.
Ooh.
Enough to split many ways.
He's a mathematician.
Sit down, Pete.
Who do you think you are?
Never mind that. You'd better sit down. Pete, what would you say if your commanding officer were to receive a certain piece of paper with your signature?
Pete, what he's saying is, we're hooked. And how? Give us time. It's a big job.
Certainly. All the time you wish.
Okay, that's gonna blow his cover too.
In the
so
next
he's
week,
gonna do it.
PFC Templeton cased the area where the special atomic weapon was stored. He also managed to strike up a friendship with one of the sentries. Meanwhile, Pete Karras was having some second thoughts. If he wasn't yet aware of his betrayal of his buddies, his family, and his country, he at least knew he'd got his neck in a noose that was drawing ever more tight.
Oh, fisticuffs.
You're not cutting off, Karras. You're in this all the way. You try any monkey shine, Sonny, and I swear.
So now I always go to HR about you and your monkey shines.
However, by the time
Tell him
Templeton
I
had
wouldn't try
things
any
well in
monkey
hand,
shine.
the plot had been reported by Karras to his CO. The grab was made the day Kratos appeared at Helga's apartment to make a down payment on the deal. When the servicemen were later court-martialed, because of his last-minute confession, Karras was to receive a lighter sentence than the others. On the other hand, Templeton, along with a dishonorable discharge and loss of all benefits, received 10 years at hard labor plus a stigma he would bear the rest of his life. As for Kratos, he was to be tried under the espionage laws of the Federated Republic of West Germany. In 1 year alone, more than 2,000 communist agents were caught in West Germany. Between 1950 and 1960, more than 19,000 such agents confessed to espionage missions in that country. Let me show you.
Confess.
This is the headquarters of MFS, the East German Ministry for State Security, located in East Berlin. From here, the MFS controls a network of trained and well-equipped agents operating in West Germany
the only
and
people
elsewhere.
well-equipped in East Germany.
It is really masterminded by the Soviets, who use it to their advantage and take the best information which it controls. It has ample funds, modern espionage equipment, and highly experienced staff officers.
None of this motherfucking superstars, right? MFS.
It has 22,000 staff officers and hundreds of millions of dollars to spend, all for one purpose: to buy information that could compromise our nation's security. This is only one of several communist intelligence agencies. In another Iron Curtain country, there's another agency just as dedicated as the East German MFS, which carries on espionage against us. In fact, Z2, the intelligence branch of the Polish armed forces, maintains a tremendous filing system called Kartoteca Personalna, or Personal Index, on U.S. officers, especially those in high positions. A compilation of information on the officer's unit, his career, his family, and personal habits. Anything that might turn up an Achilles heel, a vulnerable spot that would make him a likely target of opportunity for exploitation. However, Z2's efforts to subvert members of our armed forces are by no means confined to officer personnel, as our second case will show.
Yes, there we go. In Poland.
Not long ago, to Warsaw to visit her aged mother, came the wife of a U.S. Air Force sergeant. Desperate to get her parent out of the country, she was given the runaround until one day, Mrs. Duncan, born Baranowski, was summoned to the office of a Z2 official.
Believe me, Mrs. Duncan, we are not unsympathetic. But as you know, emigration is against the laws of our country. However, in your case, I think it is possible to make an exception. In return for, shall we say, a small favor?
From intercepted letters, from her visa application, and from other sources, Z2 had a considerable dossier on Mrs. Duncan's husband, an airman stationed in a Middle Eastern country, and who, because of his duties, had access to classified information.
And so, if he cooperates, dear lady, in time your mother will join you. Talk it over with him. We will be in touch.
Mrs. Duncan, upon return from Warsaw, discussed the situation with her husband. He reported to OSI, who instructed him to report any further contacts. Reassured by her husband, Christina Duncan had almost forgotten the incident. But on the third Monday after her return, just as the Z2 official had promised, she was contacted.
What's up, man?
Let's not pretend in the dust.
Polish intelligence here.
Hello? Who?
Polish intelligence. How many fucking times?
Where?
Where do you think?
All right. I'll be there.
You better be there. Her eyes look like they were put in the wrong way around, don't they? Not in a bad way, just the wrong way around. With her left eye or the right eye. Hey, they're on debt 10.
Just take it easy, honey. I'll handle it. Take over for me, Ed.
Oh,
I've got to see the commander.
Middle Eastern country. Tussled.
Where's Tesla again?
Thanks for looking going up the stairs. That's a great use of film. Here we go. And we got someone to go down the stairs.
Oh, they got the calisthenics in. They could do
We're gonna get like a different guy every time. So there'll be 3 guys coming out of this building and 4 guys out of the next one. Okay, 2 slug. Oh, here he is. Jimmy
When
Trader.
Christina Duncan delivered her first assignment to the Z2 agent,
Hello.
the meeting was under surveillance of OSI agents and local authorities who had prepared the information.
Suspense. Did you get the secret?
Over the next few months, to a drop in an
You
area
can
frequented by
import it, right?
tourists, Mrs. Duncan delivered other information prepared by OSI. The number and type of aircraft at the base, its
This is
facility
fantastic.
charts,
This is
and other
feeding
important
bullshit.
looking but
It's
unclassified
kind of funny,
material.
actually. How many airplanes? 2 million. Really? I know it's a lot, but you know, that's an airbase for you. U.S. Marines, go, 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 right? Whoa, oh, you gotta come on here and link with these people, see? Made it, Ma, top of the Kremlin. Dude, he looks like he's overthinking how to walk down the steps. You know,
Not
like
smooth
you
at
do it,
all.
if you just do it on automatic pilot, it's fine. But if you overthink it, you will walk like that. Like,
Finally,
oh, but I
Mrs.
can-
Duncan's reward came.
Maybe if he
Today,
gets
her
enough money, he can
mother,
afford 2
liberated from
cufflinks.
the Iron Curtain country, was able to join her daughter.
Oh, nice. The mother's back. She's safe. That's good.
The
Always
time had now
mother-in-law.
come for apprehension of the Z2 hireling. Coached by OSI agents, Mrs. Duncan requested a meeting on the
Two of whom
pretext
were
of
staring at
delivering
her
an
like she was
important
making the call.
message.
And how many airmen? Seven girl Chinese.
When she arrived at their meeting place, Janos did not have her wait long.
Good morning, Mrs. Duncan.
I will meet you in the ruins. It's appropriate
Quick,
now.
Where is it?
Janos was never able to transmit that information,
Bazinga.
for he was arrested and jailed under violation of local espionage laws, bringing to an end his career as an intelligence agent.
Aw.
Yeah, but there's no suspense there. We knew he was
A
busted
relative
from day
behind
one,
the
right?
Iron Curtain.
Because her husband
Indebtedness,
chopped the guy.
loneliness, the desire for an easy buck. All vulnerable areas ripe for
The
exploitation.
sixth motive. You mentioned
Stop
the sixth
picking
But
on
motive.
there is yet a more common pressure point of the serviceman, seldom overlooked
I
by
just
the
want everybody watching this to know
Sino-Soviet
that I'm definitely
intelligence
vulnerable to
agents.
bribery and corruption. If anybody's
That brings us to our third case.
Namoko. Oh, look at the music. Hello.
Tomoko Kimura was no
Tomoko.
Mata-Hari, but she had her value to her employer, a Sino intelligence agent.
Japanese.
Using sex as bait, she'd been able to elicit odds and ends of information concerning the goings-on of a technical representative for an American
Use their odds
electronics
and ends to
firm.
get some odds and ends. You
Her
know what I mean?
boyfriend, Corporal Bissell, went about his duties comfortable
Yes,
in the
you got those
knowledge
odds and
that
ends,
upon
yeah.
his return, an
know
appetizing
what's
dish
up.
would almost certainly be awaiting him.
You want to do the taxi dance again? Right.
Here you are, buddy. Did you hear the latest? Got it through the grapevine. Scotty's out the corner of the black market. He's bought himself over 150 fifths of booze. Who does he think he's kidding? Why, that thieving little rascal.
Who's Scotty? Johnny, who's Scotty?
Huh?
This man Scotty, who is he?
He doesn't know.
Oh, just some American
Scotty
tech rep
doesn't
over here on classified
You guy
stuff.
got 150 fifths or 30.
What's it to you, Tomoko?
Just wondered.
What's a security
Come on,
clearance?
Miss Nosy. We've more important things to do.
What? You have access to atomic secrets? Sticker.
2 days later, young Walter P. Scott, an American technical representative, inexperienced in Oriental ways and
In
with access to
Oriental
classified
ways.
material, received a message
You're
that
related
would
to
be to
Michael
his
Scott?
interest to dine that evening
At
with a
least he's not
certain
averse to
Mr.
like
Kai.
ethnically different partners, right?
Right, yeah.
Oriental ways. Jesus Christ, come on. Why would you say that? Hi, I'm Japanese and therefore shifty.
So, my friend, for 2 cases of scotch, I would gladly pay what you are accustomed to receive.
Why me?
Oh, come
This is
now,
vulnerable.
Mr. Scott. I happen to know this is not a new experience for you.
Got the wrong man, Mr. Kai.
Mr. Scott,
He only deals
your
in paper sales.
superiors would be most interested in my information. I assure you it is
I'll
most
put on a dress and I'll see what I can do. Back.
grab him with some tea.
Upon Scott's performance of the requested service, standard Sino-Soviet intelligence procedure followed, obtaining his signature to an unitemized receipt designed to pin him forever to a hook. In time, the pressure was applied on Scott to sell another type of service. This involved the theft of classified data so vital to his responsibility
Gotta
in
get
Japan.
that white man dick. What? What's Oriental men
But
can't
Scott,
get enough of it.
fully aware he was traveling a one-way road to treason, finally had the good sense and judgment to get off that one-way road and rush to see the security officer. An investigation was started immediately.
And he aged 20 years in that 5 minutes he was in there.
Right?
And put on a bit of weight. And dyed his hair.
Hey, Bissell. You got a minute?
Well, sure, Top. Come in.
Is this about Yamamoto again?
Do you remember the day you told me about Scotty hoarding all that booze? Did you babble that to anyone else?
Why, Top?
He's in a pack of trouble. So think hard, Corporal.
Yeah. To Mike Wilson. I remember. Tomoko and her pal were there, too.
Oh, how easily. Just gonna drop Tomoko into it?
She kept asking me about it. Wanted to know all about Scotty. Kept after
You
me
leave
for hours.
Tomoko alone. She's not a part of this.
That's probably our pipeline.
Wilson,
Come on. We're going to see the security officer.
we'll show her our pipeline. What?
Rose before hose, I guess, man.
Before holes, yeah.
The wrap-up of the case? The Chinese Communist intelligence agent was apprehended in midst of receiving stolen material. That same day, the service club was declared off-limits to Tomoko Kimura.
Oh,
Service club, that's it. They just got banned from that
There are
building.
important lessons all of us can learn from these cases of attempted penetration of our nation's security. First, beware of the stranger you may meet at the bar or in the street who goes out of his way to cultivate you. The man who, like Nick
Again, I'm open to being
plies you
cultivated.
with favors in order to win your friendship. It is just possible he may have something else in mind.
I'm okay with that.
Secondly, recognize the modus operandi of the hostile intelligence
I
agent.
will sign a blank receipt.
Almost a standard pattern to lure the
Like, I have
unsuspecting
one
victims
pre-signed
into
here
a
for
trap
any
until, like Pete
anyone wants
Garris,
to get involved in
he is
treatment.
in so deep there seems no way out.
So
Thirdly, and above all, if you suspect an approach by a communist agent, know what to do. Don't try to handle it yourself. Instead, stall for time and, like Sergeant Duncan, report the approach immediately to your CO or the nearest security officer. Almost daily, the espionage war being waged by the Sino-Soviet intelligence network grows more intense. Today, it is common knowledge that Soviet espionage agents are operating everywhere. Even the Soviet tourist may have an intelligence assignment. In addition, thousands of nationals of other countries are in the employ of this system. Remember, we cannot be too alert, for no one in uniform, sailor, soldier, airman, or marine, is immune to an approach by a member of this worldwide network.
Or Marines'
But
wives.
each of us is responsible for safeguarding the security of our military forces. And so we repeat,
Take a photo of me.
if you are ever approached to perform even a seemingly harmless service having to do
Don't
with your
sign a
military
receipt.
duties,
Yeah, don't
or
say
know of
that.
another serviceman being involved in such an approach, report it at once to your CO or nearest security officer, so that our counterintelligence forces may cope with this threat. Whatever you say will be held in strict confidence.
It would be
By
used
doing
against
so, you'll be fulfilling service regulations. You'll be performing a patriotic service to your country. And you will be helping to keep information vital to the strength of our armed forces and our nation secure from penetration.
and an M14 rifle.
Hey.
Not saying penetration.
he's really heavy on that penetration, man.
Yeah.
He's hung
No,
up on
all I can think of is now what kind of movies are they making, like in the Sino-Soviet complex about the Americans, like Stalin's KGB agents. Hey, look at this. These Americans are fucking stupid. Okay, you get them to sign something, show them a girl, man. They will do anything. They will get you whatever you like.
We got to get our hands on that stuff, man.
Oh no, the KGB one
quality.
would just it
Yeah.
would be amazing.
Wow.
Or this Chinese one would be the same, wouldn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. You would think. I don't know. But that
Well,
was
think
just
about the double agents we know. They weren't really recruited like that, were they?
no, not really.
I mean, at least one of them that I know of went looking to be recruited.
Exactly. I mean, you get what the honeypot and all that, which you didn't even get that with the taxi dancer, right?
It wasn't Tomoko. What did she do?
She just relayed message, so she didn't like use her ways
No.
to get information out of him directly. You know what I mean? She
Oh,
just
the other
asked
guy
a
did the
very benign
business, right?
question. Yeah.
Do you think Basel and Tomoko got married after all?
I don't know. He timed her out pretty quick though, didn't he?
He did. He turned on her. So I hope she didn't see this movie.
Yeah.
Because he goes back and he says, Tomoko, do you remember that conversation we had about the scotch that the guy said, no speak English? What?
Exactly. She's smart.
Yeah. So yeah, that was funny.
Yeah. Just remember, if you're going to take a bribe, don't sign receipts.
Don't sign a blank receipt. Make sure it says for bribery on it. Okay, don't sign a blank one. That could be for anything.
Yeah,
You want to make sure it's for corruption, treason. What did we ever find out what he's actually going to do with the M14, or was that just like to get him in?
Yeah, none of that made sense. I mean, it's not like they couldn't have got some of that stuff without. You know what I mean?
Well, no, it's not that he I think he was trying to just get bigger and bigger and bigger stuff until he hit him with the big thing he actually wanted, which was what was the thing he wanted in the army one?
Some sort of like anti-aircraft thing.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, he wanted the big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That looked like a not a gun at all. So, yeah.
Yeah, but don't you think he would have just like went to that instead of?
I have to say the second one was very disappointing.
Yeah.
Because the wife immediately copped on, and the guy immediately reported him, and everything else was just a play act. These guys have no idea how to structure a story. You don't blow up the guy in reel one. Don't worry, he went straight to the thing, and they said, "Oh, don't worry, and we'll do." Yeah, no, forget it, man. You should have seen like, "Oh, what is she? Will she? Won't she?" You know?
Yeah, because they want to convince these guys that if you come forward, nothing will happen. Just see how we dealt with these guys. You know, we took care of them. Yeah, bullshit. Yeah, exactly.
We took care of them.
Yeah,
like they took care of Edward Snowden when he came forward.
Right.
And
or Chelsea Manning. Yep.
Yes. Or what's the other guys? Daniel
Hale.
Well, Daniel Hale, but I was actually thinking about a different Daniel, the Pentagon Papers guy. I can't remember his name. What's his name? Daniel.
Oh,
Elson? No, Elbert.
Oh, yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. So all you do is come forward and tell the truth, and we'll take care of you if necessary with a garrote.
There'll be some sort of penetration there. That's for sure. Right?
Why did he keep saying that?
I don't know. It seemed overtly sexual. I'll say that.
It reminds me of some like Christian fundamentalists, and they were railing against homosexuality, of course, and they kept using this phrase. They said, we're having homosexuality shoved down our throats." And they kept saying "shoved down our throats," and I'm like, "You're making it sound like a, what? These homosexuals have penetrated every level of society, and they're shoving it down our throats." I mean, yeah, okay. I can almost feel it by the time they were finished complaining about it. It's like, dude, come on, man. I mean, I wasn't gay before this thing started, but I'm thinking about it now.
You're making me wonder. So.
I thought I was straight until this Christian fundamentalist started selling it hard to me. Allow me.
How hard was it?
Penis. Yeah. So,
oh, excuse me.
The Sino as well. Sino. I've never heard it described as the Sino-Soviet.
Yeah.
Sino. I don't even know if I've seen it written down, but is that how you pronounce that? Sino.
I have no idea. I've never heard that.
It means Chinese. Sino anything is Chinese.
Okay.
But I've never heard it pronounced like that before. Maybe it is how you pronounce it. I don't know.
Of course, they have this joint task force, the Soviets and the Chinese.
They were working together, but I don't know if to that degree, to the degree that you'd call it the Sino-Soviet alliance or something of intelligence. They kind of backed each other up, I think, in general, like they do now.
Right. Fair.
They're still not like working together. I don't know. It's more like they're joined in hating America.
Yeah, common enemy, right?
Well, what happens is if sanctions are down on Russia and Putin can't sell his gasoline, he'll just sell it to China. Yeah. And nobody can stop that because China's already outside the Western loop. So I guess they're in an alliance of that, whatever you call that.
They got that going.
A Sino-Soviet. Sino.
Yeah.
So now they just call it Chinese-Russian alliance. Well, I don't know. There's no Soviets anymore.
True.
Hmm.
Very vague, very odd.
Hmm.
Anyways,
Another thing about our special episodes is we don't do what's new. Again, I'm to
Something's
blame.
new.
I didn't finish the script on time. Okay, it's about 3/4 of the
good.
way finished, and I promise it'll be good to go by the time we record next.
yeah, we'll try to do. Maybe I'll do another special here before the holidays or something. Make up for it, guys. I don't know.
Are you planning
I'm
on
not
making the
promising
script?
anything. Huh?
Are you planning on handing in a script
I
late?
was trying to think of something that was like Christmas or Thanksgiving related because those are coming.
Oh, okay, like
But,
thematic.
Yeah, but I don't know.
We have a
We'll
plan
see.
for a New Year's episode, don't we? A surprise plan.
Oh,
that
we
we're not
do.
gonna
We
tell
do.
anybody
I
about.
forgot all about it until you mentioned it. Yeah.
Okay, we're not going to tell anybody about it. It's a surprise.
Yep. So.
And we will have
yeah,
to tell people about why am I
Well,
saying like that? We'll have to.
ahead of time.
Yeah.
Like
We will
close
tell
to
you,
the
not
time.
right now, but when we tell you in advance of the episode, then that advance warning will be the surprise. The episode itself will be well known in advance. Otherwise, it'd be
Right.
completely pointless.
Right.
So that nobody would show up
Right.
if they didn't know. I'm just explaining the process, just pulling the curtain behind the.
Yeah.
And I think, I think we're going to get a little bit personal, a little bit more intimate in our special New Year's episode. And we're going to pull the curtain back and show you some of the inner workings of the JIB podcast. And I think you're going to be surprised and delighted by some of the things we have to say.
Barry, this isn't an excuse for you to take your shirt off again.
Will you? One time, come on.
One time? I think it was more than one time.
No, I mean one time on this. I've never taken my shirt off on this podcast.
I know. I'm trying to keep it that way.
Okay. Well, I mean, you're missing the nothing.
Yeah.
The wiry, athletic frame.
A lot of weakness.
That's what diabetes does, folks. There's a diabetic frame.
Oh my
Ladies love diabetes.
God. Diabetes.
Well, that's it.
Yep, that's
That's
the
our
show,
show.
folks.
And we will be
We'll
back in
see.
2 weeks or a
Yeah.
week. I don't know when this is going out.
Well, yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. We'll see you in 2 weeks. And
I hope you like the
As
script. But I will definitely
promised.
finish by then.
as
Sorry.
promised, there will be, it'll be another
Mm.
episode. So, see you in 2 weeks. Bye, everybody.
Thank you.